Under the valley, a huge network of underground tunnels. Tunnels, they go for tens of kilometers. We have cleaned some of the tunnels, and we are moving south, southeast, towards the pyramid. The idea is to connect with the tunnels below the pyramid. So far, we have cleaned and secured 740 meters. And from here, from the entrance to the pyramid, 2.5 kilometers. So we go slowly every day. We clean existing prehistorical tunnels. We're gonna go inside. The height is about 2.5 meters, so it is safe. This is egg-shaped monolith, shaped like an egg. Egg is a symbol for the birth. On the surface, we have 7 hills. Maybe this is relief. Then there is a line here, all the way, like this is a cover, a lid. The sharp point is here, showing the way. And here there is a wall and there is a tunnel there, which is filled in. And below this block there is underground water flow. That underground water is coming from this direction. It is wide from here to there. In 21st century, for us, this is just a piece of rock. For the ancient builders, this was an information, a symbol. It would show underground waters, the energy movements. Very important for them. Okay, let's move on. One to the left, one to the right, but they are completely filled in with this material. So here we have 2 mysteries. One, who built the labyrinth? It's a huge network of tunnels. Very advanced engineering skills, because after 12,000 years it has not collapsed. So they were very advanced. The air perfect and so on. And second civilization, walls and this material. Why? They wanted to hide a big secret. Now, on my right side, there is a wall, fill-in material, and there is a tunnel there. So the tunnel is completely closed, fill in with this material. 1.5 meter away, there is another wall and another tunnel. 10 meters away, another tunnel. 5 meters before us, another tunnel. Tunnel after tunnels. These are all parallel. This tunnel here, 2 years ago, it was completely closed and filled in with this material. So that's what we do. We remove the material and open the tunnels. Now, in this material, we find organic material. We analyzed 5 meters before us, another tunnel. Tunnel after tunnels. These are all parallel. This tunnel here, 2 years ago, it was completely closed and filled in with this material. So that's what we do. We remove the material and open the tunnels. Now, in this material, we find organic material. We analyzed, and it gives us the age of 4,600 years. So people who closed the tunnels, they did that 4,600 years ago. The builders of the tunnels, 12,500 years ago, when they were building the tunnels, they used this material to make a concrete and cover the Bosnian Pyramid of the Sun. They used stones, pebbles, rocks, and they found clay, mix it, and make concrete blocks. There is a direct link between the tunnel building and the pyramid building. So here, two civilizations, so we know the age. But we don't know nothing about those civilizations. Nothing in the book. So history of the European continents has to be changed. What we call megalith K1. 6 years ago, it was completely covered by the conglomerate. It was all the way down. We cleaned, we put wooden support, and realized that the length is 2 meters 60, 1.5 meters in width, 40 centimeters thick, and on its surface we are finding carved symbols like arrows, or here also more symbols. Total of 25 symbols, mostly arrows. It's not an alphabet, but it is a literacy. Somebody was communicating which way to go. Extremely old. This block is above the underground water. When you have underground water, it generates energy. So they placed the megalith on the top. There is another megalith there, behind them, also that receives the energy from underground. The main megalithic sites in Europe, like Stonehenge, they are built above underground water. Karnak, Western France, underground water. So when you have energy coming from the water, the stone receives the energy and slowly releases it. So when there are people around, they receive the energy and they do their rituals and ceremonies. So the priests with more energy, they can communicate to the spiritual realms. Common people, they can have their immune system high. Okay, we can move on. This is our megalith K2. The egg-shaped megalith, 350 kilos. K1, K3, 3.5 tons, 4 tons. This one, 8 tons. We go deeper, the megaliths are getting bigger. Look at the surface. Like we have the hills and the valleys and the rivers. Maybe this was a relief of Visoko Valley, thousands of years back. Then we have this line on the top. Maybe this was a cover. Then below this megalith, there is a plate about 15 centimeters thick. It was a support. It's very important archaeological proof. Somebody picked up this place, put a plate, put a megalith on the top of it, and connected them with a binding material based on calcium carbonate. They didn't want this block to move left or right. Why? We know why. 22 meters below us, there is an underground water. The water is coming from this side, it's hitting something below, it's splitting to two. When the water hits something, a lot of energy is released, coming to this block. Now, we sent the samples to Zagreb, Croatia, Institute for Atomic Physics, and asked them is this a natural sandstone or artificially made block? They applied two very sophisticated analysis, Röntgen diffraction analysis and phased analysis. And they concluded this is definitely a ceramic. Now, in archaeology, we got used on small ceramic vases, ceramic dishes. But in Bosnia, everything is big and bigger, the biggest pyramids, and the biggest ceramic blocks. And then we wanted to see if there is anything inside. So the experts came with the georadar instrument. So they were checking inside. And they concluded that exactly in the middle there is an oval object. That object, they said, it's not empty space, it's not air, it's not water, it's not ceramic, it's not metal. Most probably mineral like quartz crystal. So what we have? Below us, underground river. Release the energy. Energy is hitting the oval object. It starts working. It is surrounded by ceramic. Ceramic vibrates and generates electromagnetic field, which we can measure with our scientific instrument. Here the frequency is 28 kilohertz electromagnetic field. Electromagnetic field hits the stones around us, a lot of quartz crystal, and then it produces what we call piezoelectrical effect, which generates ultrasound. Ultrasound we cannot hear. Animals can hear that. So, the ultrasound kills viruses and bacteria in our bodies. So the whole place produces the fields that are very beneficial to our body. What we have here is the ancient technology. Different than ours, but technology. Now, a lot of people, this is physical, this is material science. Now let's talk spiritual. A lot of people when they come here who are sensitive, they feel something good. They feel some energy from the megalith. So I can ask you to experiment something. Open your hands and keep it 10 centimeters above the block. And let's see if you can feel some energy in your fingers, in your hands. Anybody feel anything? Huh? Možete zrako, se osjeća šta? Se osjeća malo?
Zračija.
Zračija, huh? This is good energy. For the help. A long time ago, our bodies were the best instruments. Today, we have forgotten that. Today, we have computers and instruments, but our bodies used to be the best instruments. Okay, let's move on. Number 6, straight, there is one to the left. Number 7, one to the right. Number 8, 8 tunnels. From this wall to that wall, 12.5 meters. From the wall to the left to the wall to the right, 4 meters. 4 times 12.5, 50 square meters. This is like nice living room. So this is the first chamber that we discovered. The height of the ceiling here is 4 meters. It is 4 meters high. This is the highest point in the tunnels so far. In this chamber, we noticed that people feel good. We had some people with the headaches. Here, headache was gone. Some people with the back pain was gone. People with asthma, they breathe perfectly. So we were thinking, what's happening here? We want to find scientific proof. So we measured the concentration of negative ions. Negative ions are good for the body because they also kill viruses and microbes. In our offices in Milan or Sarajevo, the concentration of negative ions is 200 ions per cubic centimeter. At the entrance of tunnels, 1,000 ions. Here, 43,000 ions per cubic centimeter. So we are inside and our body is cleaned from the poisons, from viruses, from microbes, from the other bad one-cell organism. And the second thing, when we are outside on the surface of the planet, there is a cosmic radiation. Some of them, they go through our body, but some of them, they are very bad. So our body cells fight the cosmic radiation. On the surface, there are Hartmann grids, also bad for us. Underground radioactivity, bad for us. Underground water, if you sleep above underground water, you're going to get sick, because that energy is not good for us. All our life, our body cells fight these enemies. But here, inside, we measure the values. For cosmic radiation, none. Hartmann grids, 0. Underground radioactivity, nothing. Underground water, there are underground water, but not negative energy, positive energy. This space here is the most secured, the safest place on the planet. Our body cells don't have enemies, so they start doing their job. And their job is to fix the problems in the body. They start a regeneration process. And that's why when people come here, they feel change for the better. We measured the aura, the bioenergy field around our body. 80 people before they entered and after they came back. In 85% of the cases, aura is improved from 10% to 40%. The biggest improvement was one young man from Croatia. We told him, we are going to measure your aura before and after. He went to the megalith K2, sit down, relaxed, 30 minutes, doing some meditation. He came back, his aura was improved 40%. So this was a place for relaxation, very interesting. Because what is the most important in our life? When we are young, like these people here, we have 1,000 wishes. But when we are getting older and have grace, we have only one wish: to stay healthy and live prolonged life. So this place here is for that purpose. If you start cleaning, the ceiling goes 2.5 meters, goes to 3 meters, 4 meters, and then going down 3, 2, 1, and then going up 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's like a sinusoid. Why like a sinusoid? Today we don't do that. But look how we can breathe here. We are 300 meters from the entrance. We breathe better than outside. When coal mining engineers come here, they don't know how is it possible. Well, if you have different height of the ceiling, when it's low ceiling, the air pressure is stronger. When it is high ceiling, the pressure is weaker, stronger, weaker, stronger. different air pressure, the air moves. When you have one tunnel, it's like you have one long fan. When you have 100 tunnels, like hundreds of fans. The temperature is the same in every part of the tunnel. It means there is a continuous air movement. The same temperature, the same humidity, the same electromagnetic fields. Very smart. This is another underground chamber. It has 30 square meters and 7 side tunnels. We have opened 2 tunnels, but there are more, like there is one here, and one there, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tunnels. So when we make decision which way to go, we take compass and we look for the south. We look for the south. This is south. So we clean tunnels that go to the south. This work is done by the non-profit, non-government foundation called Archaeological Park Bosnian Pyramid of the Sun Foundation. This is the first case in the world that one non-profit foundation is running such a big project. In the world, archaeological projects usually one archaeologist, 10 diggers. Here, 10, 15 experts, 500 volunteers who come, stay 2 weeks, they go. So any day we have 50, 60 people working. This project is like no other project. We are open for everyone. No secrets, no elite science. Whatever we found, we make it public. Websites, scientific conferences, books. So we think that the knowledge does not belong to few elite people, but they belong to everyone. This is a cultural heritage of the world. We give a chance to the common people, like this guy from Scotland. We give a chance to common people to come. They don't need to be professors of archaeology or students of archaeology. If they have good intentions, goodwill, please come, work with us. Discover new things with us. Of course, Australia. It costs money. We need to buy the wood, we need to do the maintenance, we need to buy electricity, it costs money. So the only way we get the funds are through the donations. So the idea is to go to media, a lot of people come, a lot of tourists. So eventually, if we have 200, 300,000 tourists, we charge them tickets, then we can have self-financing 2, 3, 5 years from now. In the meantime, you know, we have help from municipality. But if we go south, only one tunnel. We need to make an emergency exit. then we make like a circle. So we always clean one tunnel, two tunnels. We make a circle. In the case of emergency, we can always use some other routes. It slows us down, but we have to do it this way for safety. And thanks God, 6-7 years, no incidents, everything was fine. Alright, so this is the end of the wooden support. So now we go back.